Hey everyone, it is your host Cyber and welcome to another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and my thoughts on their newest mode, Outbreak. I've just played it today for like a couple of matches and I have my thoughts on it for right now. And this is not a full review on it. This is my current thoughts of what I think about the game, of the current state of the game, and what I think that could be improved overall. So let's get started. So if you guys don't know what game I'm playing right now, it's called Night of the Dead. It's not available on PC. I don't have no idea if it's available on consoles, so I can't really tell you. It's an early access game, and basically it's similar to 7 Days to Die. So if you ever played 7 Days to Die, you know what I'm talking about. So it's just seven. It's basically a 7 Days to Die, but with better graphics, and it looks really amazing compared to like previous games that I've played. This looks pretty nice and it plays really well. The mechanics are pretty cool as well, so I really been enjoying this game. I've actually originally got it a few days ago, and I'm still learning how on the mechanics on how to do everything. Right now, I'm learning how to build, so I'm basically getting materials for my building because I ran out of materials. So I'm still learning on that. So I want to tell you guys my thoughts on Cold War, and I'm sorry this is not an actual Cold War video. I'm having actually scanning my Cold War because it's having issues, but I'm gonna explain that in a bit. So if you guys ever played the Outbreak mode, I first originally thought it was gonna be a Warzone, but then technically you need Cold War in order to play it. Unfortunately, it's not a Warzone dedicated mode. I've tried. I went to immediately on Warzone because I thought it would be cool to be on there. But when you go into the Outbreak, there's only there's an option for Outbreak, but you can only play if you own Cold War, which kind of sucks and defeats the purpose of it. But still, that it's still terrible. But either way, beyond that, what you have to own in order to play it, it's a really good mode. I really enjoyed it. I played a couple of matches, and I really enjoy how open it is, how many there's zombies, and you don't have to worry about your teammates or the people killing you. It's pretty nice. I really like it. It's an enjoyable mode, and I think anybody would really enjoy playing that mode. Now, there are some gripes with this mode that I have personally did not like. Is that when you're put in there, you're not really given a tutorial or a guide into how to playing it. It just throws you in there and then expects you to understand what to do. Now, I understand that Call of Duty has never been that kind of game where you are literally reliant to learn yourself, which is understandable since it is a Call of Duty game and it is a mode that has nothing but all but zombies, and it's pretty nice for a mode. It's really huge, it's really big, and it does has that kind of it makes it feel like I'm playing like a zombies, an actual zombies game, a standalone zombies game. I know if you guys don't pretty much think of it that way, but for me, I feel as the aesthetic and the environment that I'm in, I feel like I'm playing a standalone Call of Duty game that is built for Call of Duty. Otherwise than that, it's a pretty fun mode. I think you should definitely try it. The problem that I'm having with this one currently right now is that there are a few bugs with Cold War that is giving me some experiences that I'm on PC. And the first thing is whenever I play a game or launch the game, sometimes the game will have some really huge performance issues. And if you guys don't know, I actually have a really beefy PC. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. I have NVIDIA Quadro 6000 with 24 gigabytes of VRAM. I also have an Xeon CPU. Forgot what kind of frequency it's at, clock that, but it's a pretty good, well done PC, and it has my graphics card does support ray tracing, so it is up to par to the next generation of gaming, but not all the way. So I pretty much know that my computer can actually run Call of Duty Cold War, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War perfectly fine with no issues, all on max settings. The problem here is that it is fluctuating. The first bug that I've encountered with Cold War after this new mode came out was performance issues. Even if you have the most highest settings enabled, you're gonna go always up to 30, at least below 30 frames per second, or even lower. Sometimes this only usually typically happens mostly when it's recompiling shaders, but it can also happen even if you're not going to, if you're not reshading compilers, etc., or compiling your reshaders, etc., and it can still be a pain in the ass because if you're trying to switch menus, sometimes it will glitch. I'm not sure if this is happening to everybody, but this is definitely happening to me. It might just be happening to me. I'm not sure if it's happening to everybody, but it is a really huge issue for me. The second thing is that I'm getting these kind of assets errors. If you guys are playing on PC or if this happens on console, whenever I'm playing the mode and I'm really enjoying the mode, I really love playing it, and I did invest into getting the Battle Pass, the Season 2 Battle Pass, because I'm really interested in playing more of this game. However, the problem is that for some other reason, every time we decide to warp to throw to the next round, like round 2, etc., from using a beacon, the game will immediately just go back screen first and then load up then try to load up the game. It would successfully load, but then there's times where when I move after loading in, I would be kicked out of the lobby and I would get some kind of asset error. I'm not 100% sure what the asset means or what error it means, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of people out there who are experiencing this can find this very annoying, especially if you're having a fun time and you find a perfect random team that is going all out and knows exactly what they're doing, and when you don't know what you're doing at all. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun mode, but my thought is that right now, that is a really big buggy mess. It does have perks if you are wondering. It's not like Onslaught, where I heard from one of my friends who currently plays it on console, on PS5. Sorry, it's not really worth of a mode in per se, but I'm pretty sure that it might be a good mode for me. I'm not 100% sure. I have to wait and see when it comes available on PC, but I really can't do anything about it right now. Other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with the game mode, but I just don't feel that it's right now it's in a good stable state to be able to play. I'm scanning my game right now to figure out what's going on. I don't know exactly what is really happening with the game. I keep getting assets getting kicked out. Sometimes the game would crash without giving me an error, and then when I try to load up the game, it would tell me, oh, it would tell me, oh, the game didn't shut down properly. What do I want to do? And I'm always click no change, because even if I click recommended, in the past I have clicked recommended before, or safe mode, and they really didn't fix the problem. So that is also a big, L in the face. I gotta kill this zombie real quick. Screw you, zombie. So I'm pretty much like, I stopped using safe mode for Cold War. A lot of times I would use safe mode if something actually physically happened, that while the game was in crash, if the game crashed, then I would try. But since the game was suffering from some bugs, there's nothing really that we can really do to help it. The other bug that I have also encountered, and I only encountered this once, was that I got a B-SOD. If you guys don't know what B-SOD means, is blue screen of death. It doesn't mean that your computer is completely dead. It just means that something happened with the Windows that caused it to crash and collect data and restart. That can actually happen pretty much on any application. It can happen, but this is a serious bug that's been happening. That happened to me only once, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. But when it does, it's a really pain in the ass, because I have to reboot my computer in order to get access to the game again, and it can be very frustrating, especially if I'm actually really lost. But it's okay. I'm gonna go find things to do. It's very irritating when things happen like that. That happens to you, especially if you're really enjoying the game in the moment. And then the worst thing about it is that if your game crashes or anything like that, what will happen is that any progression towards your tiers will not happen. You will not get. It doesn't matter either what situation you're in. You just don't get any of that tier progression, and that's something that really irritates me simply because I spent plenty of time on that mode, and knowing that I can't progress my tiers if something happens that's not my fault, that can be very bad. No, I'm not telling you guys. I'm not saying I'm not complaining. I'm hoping that treyarch sees this video or sees other comments, other feedback that the community gives to fix this problem. I'm looking at it in the positive side that that I can believe in the developers that they can fix this problem as soon as possible, rather than later. Because if the worst thing that can happen is that they can fix this problem, they can try to fix this problem, but they fix it after the mode is over, limit time mode is over, and people who are suffering these kind of issues, never was able to enjoy and play the game because of that issue. If it's something that happened on the console, I know that Activision and Treyarch would fix that problem really as fast. This as well on PC as well. But if it's not a major problem, it's going to take them a while before they actually fix it. So if you're experiencing this, let us know. Let me know if you're experiencing this on console or your PC. If you're playing this on PC, if you're playing it on PC. But either way, I feel that this game has a great opportunity to be able to become something bigger. And this limited time mode is actually, I think, one of my favorite modes that ever came out in a very long time. And trust me, I've played limited modes before in the past from Call of Duty, and they weren't really my kind of thing. I try to enjoy them, but they really weren't something that I really enjoyed. So Outbreak for me personally is something that I really, really enjoy and I really, really like. And I'm hoping in the future they actually build upon this and they either put it permanently as a mode in the future, as a perma mode, and as well keep updating the mode as much as it can, because I think this game mode can have much more potential with with future updates and future content, and as you can tell, if you play the mode, it feels like its own standalone game, and it doesn't feel like you're playing Call of Duty, even though you are. But either way, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope you guys did. That's all my thoughts I feel that needed to be said for Call of Duty Cold War. I know that a lot of people didn't really think about what I was going to say in this video, which that's okay. I appreciate you watching and hearing me out. I'm pretty confident that this issue can be resolved as soon as possible before the event ends, because I really love to enjoy this mode. I've been enjoying this mode, and I have been playing this mode for a lot more than I typically play Call of Duty. But either way, I hope Treyarch's listening and can hear my feedback here, because this is all positive. I'm trying to be positive as much as possible and trying to change my attitude on a lot of things on life and stuff like that. So that if this is one of those videos that will progress me further, then that will be the case. But either way, I hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to subscribe to this channel